The album Heroes ends on a positive note, helped by the penultimate track Neukölln, a track inspired by the immigrant district in Berlin, which instrumentally expresses the immigrants' resilience and defiance in standing against a discriminating society. The mood is sad but heroic, an appropriate ending to the spiritual quest we go through on that album. In Lodger, the mood is much lighter and happier, and the Yassassin returns to those immigrants to see what else we can learn from them. First, the music. Neukölln is a confrontation between the saxophone blowing Middle Eastern scales, representing the immigrants, and the synthesizers that play European scales with oppressive power. Yassassin has a different combination. The musical style most identified with immigrants at the time was reggae, which was brought to England by Jamaican immigrants and entered the mainstream in the mid-70s. Reggae was happy, defiant, rebellious and proud, and touched a nerve with minorities all over the world. Bowie wanted to create the reggae of Neukölln, reggae the way the Turkish immigrants might do it. Yassassin is driven by a reggae beat, on top of which the violin and guitar play a faux Turkish tune, and Bowie does his best to sing in a Turkish scale. The result is one of the weirdest fusions Bowie has ever concocted, and creates a comical effect which serves the good-natured spirit of the track. The protagonist is a simple man, one who isn't looking for big causes or deep meanings but enjoys life as it is. The word Yassassin is a Turkish toast to life, which wishes for nothing more from it than for it to go on as long as possible. That's all this man wants, but now he has immigrated and started a new life in a foreign place, a life of the kind he has never known. Can he retain his simple and happy self in this new land? Bowie, of course, is using this character to say something about himself as well. He used to be the opposite of this man, someone who was always brooding and looking for a deeper existence, but now he tries to learn how to be like him and simply enjoy existence. But this is a new land for him, a life he had never known, so he also feels like an immigrant. Can he learn to live in this new land of carefree optimism?
From the farmlands to live in the city, we walk down the lost road in this resolute world. You want to fight, but I don't want to leave or drift away.
The immigrant recounts his story, and ends with a defiant message to the people who hate him, and want him to go back to where he came from. He will not drift away, but will go on living as long as he possibly can. Bowie basically repeats the sentiment of Heroes.
Look at this, no second glances. Look at this, no value of love. Look at this, just sun and steel. Look at this, and look at us.
He is asking society to look at itself and how it treats its immigrants, not giving them any second glances, not showing them any love, throwing them in places where there's nothing but sun and steel. But then he tells society to look at the immigrants and realize that even with all that, they remain happy and positive.
There's someone in charge, and listen to me. Don't say nothing's wrong, 'cause I've got a love and she's a beard. You want to fight, but I don't want to leave or drift away.
So, the immigrant goes on living, and is immune to society's bad treatment of him. But that doesn't mean that he isn't worried about it. He may be alright, but his woman lives in fear, and for her sake he fights to change society and make it better. Although society doesn't really pay attention to him, he tries to tell it to improve its treatment of its immigrants. Some people do pay attention though, and one of them was David Bowie, who evidently learned something from the immigrants he encountered in Berlin, where he was, after all, an immigrant himself. He learned from their positive outlook on life, and Yassassin contributes to the overall positive attitude of the album. Live as long as possible, enjoy life as much as possible, and try to change society so that others can enjoy it too. This is what Bowie would be about from now on.